So now going into the final, the draw happens. Everything's good, right? You drew the six hole.
And that was perfect. That was pretty well perfect.
You were happy to be right in there.
I really want to be on the outside of Greenshoe.
You wanted to be on the following him.
No, I wanted to be on the outside just to make sure I didn't end up in a bad spot by him.
Okay.
So I wanted to get ahead of him if I could.
Okay.
And,
so now Marseille's got the 5 hole. Did you expect him to leave again?
I knew he'd leave again. What surprised me was pilot discretion. He got off the gate really good. And then as soon as the gate left, the way it was looking with Green Manalishi, I was just couldn't be happier. I said, this is going to work out really well.
This is going to work out well. Yeah, so again, we got the GoPro on pilot discretion from the rail, and like you said, he made the final. He was okay in the limb, finished behind you. I don't think he had as much pop as you.
No, he didn't.
But still good. He's the one who beat you in the good times, right?
Yeah, he got out and I didn't.
Yeah. So now this is it. We get a great view of Greenshoe kind of bouncing his head off the car. Whatever happened there.
I think it's pretty. Brian does not get enough credit for how good he does with that horse. That's not an easy horse to drive. And the fact that he had to get Jimmy Tactor out of the way in the first turn.
Yeah.
That's it's not an easy thing to do, and he makes it look easy.
So now you kind of float away, and you actually get ahead of Greenshoe.
Well, I knew he wouldn't want to be locked in. I knew that he'd be trying to get me in.
Right.
With 1 to follow me and 2 to get me out of the way.
So now you're getting away.
I'm right there, but I wouldn't go to the rail because I didn't want to get locked in. So this is what I sat on the outside. I never would go in behind T-Trick because I didn't want to sit on the rail the whole way.
So you're too wide here,
yeah.
Even though on the camera it looks like you're just right in behind Green Man.
Yeah,
so you're too wide.
Yeah.
Is that why? So now Jimmy Tactor's outside of you.
Yeah.
Greenshoe's behind you. And it kind of gets a little jumbly here.
That's what I'm saying. Brian has to drop him in and get him out of the way, and that's not easy to do with a horse like Greenshoe. And he almost loses him.
Yeah, right here. So Brian's trying to get Jimmy out of the way, but you're still too wide, which again we can't see because pilot discretion moves to the lead here. You kind of it's got to be nice to see action ahead of you.
Yeah, it was good, but and I was really happy with where I was sitting.
Now you're following in a limb winner. You got a limb winner in front of you, a limb winner behind you. Where else could you be? That's better.
That was the only thing I was thinking about. This is the absolute perfect trip if Greenshoe's not on my back.
Okay. So
turns out he was.
Did you know he was on your back? Or
yeah,
no?
I knew he was on my back.
You kind of could feel him.
Well, I knew where Brian was, and I didn't think he had run.
So you're following Green Manalishi, perfect spot. You know you're gonna go 3 wide whenever.
Well, here I kind of grabbed in and tried to keep them brave for the stretch. They were trotting pretty hard here.
Okay.
So I had a pretty good hold of him here, and I felt pretty good. I know he's gapping, but I actually had I felt the horse to beat was behind me, so I didn't want to chase him through this turn.
Oh, so you kind of feel like I got Green Manalishi at this point.
The trip he was having to go was tough. You know, he moved to clear.
Green Manalishi, you mean?
Yeah, and he didn't. And so I felt like we had a good shot at beating him, and the horse to beat was on my back, and the only way I was going to beat him was rate myself. So.
Okay, so you're waiting, you're almost kind of measuring, like, I only need to pass Green Manalishi by that much, and I got that.
Yeah.
As long as I can keep Greenshoe off me, I'm good.
Yeah, that was my main threat right there, was Greenshoe.
So into the stretch. Fortunately, pilot discretion fades, Green Manalishi.
But here, you can't see it on the camera, but Greenshoe does get a good half a length in front of me.
You could see by the wheels. If you look kind of by the wheels, that's how I look.
Yeah, and then my horse really started to dig in again, and he shows a lot of guts here.
When he sees a horse?
When he realizes there's still one out there, he starts digging again.
I mean, you guys are battling the whole stretch,
Yeah.
and you're just looking at him, right? You're just looking at Greenshoe.
I was, at first I just said, "Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna be second."
You're
'Cause
gonna
he
be
got
second.
all the way by me, and then his Greenshoe finally got a little tired, and mine started to kick again. I went, "Well, we're
okay.
still in this, but that's all kind of a blur now."
It's all kind of I mean Mohawk, same thing. You're used to these long stretches where you got to be
Yeah.
able to do the whole stretch, right?
Yeah, and the real good horses, they last
dig
the
in.
whole stretch. Yeah.
They dig in. So I mean, going back to the paddock, going back to the winner's circle. I mean, it's just all blur, right?
There's a lot of emotion there, when Dexter and T-Trick, them coming up, props to me after, That's all part of this memory that I'll never forget. It was really great.
You won a lot of big races. Do you think it'll be sweeter to win the Hambletonian, the next one you win, as a favorite?
No, because absolutely not. Because I was told by someone, Hall of Famer, that when you win with a favorite,
Yeah.
you feel relief.
Okay.
When you win with a long shot, it's pure joy.
It's pure joy. So that's kind of nice, yeah.
Yeah. So
And you took down the reigning, kind of horse that everybody was you
the
took
best
his crown
trotter.
away.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think he beat himself. I mean, he's not an easy horse. The 2 heats, I think, did him in. I think Marcus Melander and Brian Sears deserve a lot of credit with him.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get to wear what that horse has done
No,
without
no.
a lot of talent.
They've
but
done a very good job with him because he's not easy. He's not, a forbidden trade.
do you like to drive horses that are a little,
No, I'll take my forbidden trades every
no.
time. Yeah, I'll take the sweethearts every single time.
I mean, because we've all driven horses like that are
Yeah.
left line, this, that. They're battling the gate, whatever. All I don't know what other little issues Greenshoe has, but
Yeah.
they're not like you said. They're very stressful when you jump on the bike, right?
And Brian's trying to do his job and get him in the best possible position, and the horse is fighting him the whole way.
I know. It's like my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, where mine, he just put himself in a good spot and made me look good.
He's like, all right, we're gonna go win.
Exactly.
Here we go. How about the Breeders' Crown?
We drew really bad. We drew outside 3 Nylander horses.
Yeah.
We're gonna need a lot of racing luck. He's good.
Yeah. And he's had a good since then, right?
Yeah, he won the super final and he won the prep for the super final. Or was it the last gold? He went in 52, and I think if I give him his head at all, he would have broke the OSS record.
Sure.
And if he shows up, he's on his game. He's gonna be there.
There's no reason why. I mean, this horse all year has been. I mean, has he been worse than third?
The Canadian Trotting Classic, he was third place, fourth, but it was my fault. So
what'd you do?
Well, I hit somebody in the stretch, but it is what it is.
Everybody's sensitive here.
But yeah, no, it might have been justified.
But I mean, okay, so you knock somebody down, but the horse is there every week.
He always shows up, and he was actually sick for the Canadian Trotting Classic.
Okay.
So unfortunate timing. The next week he went out and trotted a mile almost a second faster than the Canadian Trotting. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And Greenshoe's vulnerable because of the way he is.
Yeah.
And if something happens,
if he's not Greenshoe, and if he's just a tick off, you're right there.
Yeah.
Too. And I mean, Forbidden Trade can still beat Greenshoe on his best day.
It would be tough, but
that's what we're here for.
Well, it's a horse race.
That's
why they run these races. Yeah.
These are the best 3-year-old trotters, and year after year after year, there's always reliable ones. Mm-hmm. There's always ones that are they're every year, every class, right?
For sure.
It's nice that we have a little bit of different horses because it's good for handicapping. It's good for the race. We don't know Chimpanzee. We don't know Green Manalishi. How are they gonna fare? They haven't had. They've been good on different tracks, but when everybody comes together.
And Chimpanzee was really big in the Elim last week.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how he is. Maybe it's his time to shine.
He's the defending champ.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So I mean, it's nice. It's gonna be a good race either way.
Yeah, it is, and it's fun just to be a part of it. And Forbidden Trade's got next year too, so I think he'll be a real good 4-year-old. So
okay. Oh, we're confirming that?
He's racing next year.
Nice.
So he, it doesn't all come down to this one. If things don't work out, on to the next.
That's great. Is he a stallion or is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so. I mean, maybe 4-year-old graduate, maybe some U.S. races or a lot of Canada races.
I think he'll do the full tour next year. Graduate
Okay.
and some stuff. The Hambletonian Futurity,
The maturity,
maturity.
Okay.
Yeah. And
That's
I
nice
think he'll
that
be in all of them.
That's nice that we can count on him. I know Greenshoe's going to
Yeah.
stud.
Well,
so.
the owner likes to race.
Yeah.
And
Awesome.
He's good for the business, and he's going to do right by everything. And as long as he stays sound and healthy, I'm sure he'll keep racing.
And then maybe 2 more years over in France and
Maybe.
Lead up, right?
Maybe.
Have you been over there?
No.
Okay.
No.
What do you last question? What do you think of Bold Eagle coming over here and horses like Commander Crow that have raced in the past?
I think it's awesome, and it's going to be really exciting to see how he does. I mean, it doesn't matter where you come from when you come with stats like his. He's a world champion, and whether he is as good as he ever has been, we'll see. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's really great that he showed up.
What's a race you're looking forward to, just as a fan? One that you're not in.
You know what? The 3-year-old Colt Pace has gone every direction, but
you're in
straight
that
this
race.
year. I know.
I told you a race that you're not in. You got one of the best horses. That's why you
as a
like
fan,
it.
though,
He's driving best
yeah.
in show. Oh,
As
of
a
course
fan,
I
though,
like
I mean,
3-year-old Colt Pace.
Captain Crunch was the top one, then Better's Wish took it for a while. Working on a Mystery looked like a favorite for there's just been so many of them at
Your
one
horse
point
was
or another.
fantastic in the final,
Mine
closing
won the
super.
Meadowlands Pace, and last
Yeah.
week went 25-3. They figured some stuff out on him. Like, he's ready to go. Like, if I was a fan, and I am,
Yeah.
that's a race everybody should tune into.
It's really easy to say when you got one of them. Oh, it's like, I like the 3-year-old Colt Trot. Yeah, I'm a fan of that. No, one that you're not in.
One that I'm not in?
Yes.
The open pace is always fun.
You like the open pace?
I'm always rooting for McWicked. He's
Okay.
He's
He's a
one I
hometown
drove him a
Canadian.
few times,
Yeah.
and he's probably one of the best horses I'll ever drive, and his personality's pretty cool. So I'd say the open pace.
All right, perfect. So Bob McClure, Hambletonian champion. Thank you, sir, and good luck on Breeders' Crown weekend.
Thank you.
All right.